Today we are in Dubai at the headquarters of Roads and Transport Authority of Dubai, RTA, and we are the guest of Mr. Adel Shakiri, Director of Strategic Planning and Business Development at RTA. Mr. Shakiri, welcome.
Thank you and welcome to Dubai.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be here and then meet with the people like you who are the leaders of transformation of transport in the city of Dubai. It's very good that we are meeting again, Mr. Adel Shakiri. Today we will be discussing about how Dubai was transforming its taxi transport in last 30 years, led by RTA and yourself.
First of all, it's a long story. I would like to thank people who's worked on it also to do this transformation. At the beginning, Dubai was taxis running by individual, by different people. They're using different tariff, different systems. There was no meter. It was a fixed amount if it is within Dubai, if it is Dubai to Deira, crossing the bridge. So the tariff system was different. Number of taxi were individual at that. It was individual at that time. Then later on, it became Dubai Transportation, and they established and they brought all the taxi under one umbrella. And now it's totally different in Dubai. We have 5 different companies. We are doing franchise. They are responsible to run and operate systems in Dubai, taxis in Dubai, and we have 5 different companies equipped with the latest technology, the different framework. We have the tariff system, and we have the dynamic pricing system, and as I said, all the technology also to enhance the customer experience. Either you are living in Dubai or you are as a tourist coming to Dubai.
And Mr. Adel Shakiri, we know that taxi transport is very essential as part of urban mobility in Middle East, in particular in Dubai. Why it's this much essential for the movement of people in Dubai, the taxi transportation?
One of the most important things, we have full framework, fully integrated system between taxi and the public transportation. In terms of the first and last mile, in terms of tariff, in terms of integration. As you know, we have a lot of demand. People to provide, they like to use a car in certain country, and Dubai one of those cities. Today we are doing above 100 million trips per year. We're moving around more than 172 million passengers using taxi in Dubai in one year. And we have significant growth going in the taxi sector. And as I told you, the people using taxi to move from for the last, some of the people they're using it for the first and last mile. Some people they to move from one place to another place. And even the taxi is very safe in Dubai, and the service is provided 24/7. Dubai 24/7, and even you can get a taxi as an average in less than 3.5 minutes. The average depends.
That's a great figure.
Yes, depends on the location, depends on the time. 70% out of total trips in Dubai is less than the estimated arrival time is less than 3.5 minutes.
So if I want to book a taxi, if I went out of my hotel or my offices, I can get a taxi in 3.5 minutes. It's a great achievement. We don't see this in many parts of the world.
This is the average pickup time, and as I told you, 70% out of the total trip, the taxi will reach you in less than 3.5.
That's a great achievement. And then maybe you were at the beginning, you were mentioning about, I mean, the taxis were owned by individuals in the past. I think this is more around 1995 and so on. And can you tell us, I mean, what was the framework you put on the road from individually owned taxis to the current franchise model? Did you buy the licenses or did you rent them? How this roadmap happened?
The roadmap, we rented the license, and recently we bought it from them. And even we did give one color taxi meter introduced in each framework. We have one dispatch center at that time, to one contact center, so the people they can call to book a taxi through the phone.
You made a single integrated dispatch center.
Yes, single dispatch center. And why it's a single? You need to send the nearest taxi to the customer. Dubai is always thinking about the people, about customer, about the travel experience. So to get that, if I have multiple taxi dispatch, it might provide by different company and increase the ETA.
I fully agree.
And that's why we had a one single dispatch center in Dubai. And even today, people using app, even if the contact center is not available anymore in Dubai, the people use depends in app using the application, different application, either local application or international. We have more than 8 international application available here in Dubai.
So that's perfect. That means that you are also integrating these ride-hailing app companies into the traditional taxi transport.
True. Imagine when the e-hailing came to the world, and they had a lot of cities they suffered, or there was some different challenges. What we did, we sat together, we met all the stakeholders, and they work now together between even Uber with Dubai Taxi or Careem or Bolt, or different company are working together right now.
That's perfect. And then when you move from individual taxi operators, taxi license owners and operators to the corporate structure, franchise structure, currently you have the franchise contracts with the taxi operators. I see in some cities they are wondering how this contractual framework is working. Can you tell us a little bit about this one, Mr. Shakiri, that the people can learn, the other cities can learn more about the Dubai experience?
The first thing, the most important things you have to know, you have to have your own vision, and you have to follow the change management systems, because it's not easy to move, especially if you are a big city or a different city, to move from one framework to another one. So you sit to listen, to meet the stakeholder, listen and convince the stakeholder how you are moving. And we did this, one of the main reasons to do this, to provide the service, we are providing an excellent service, to increase the safety, to enhance reduce the accident, enhance the cleanliness and the taxi. And it's, as I told you, it's not easy and not one day, but you have to start, and it's continuous improving. Even now we are improving, we are working very hard to reduce the complaint in the taxi industry, and we have a complaint in taxi industry in Dubai is less, let's call 99.99% out of 3 complaints.
So that's a great achievement. Once again, congratulations. And then regarding the taxi franchise model that you have now, you go for a tender to select operator, and operators are being selected by you.
First of all, we have a clear plan.
Okay.
What we have clear plan. By 2030, we have this number of taxi. So in each year, we are allocate certain number to be tender out for the company. Let's say this year we'll have 600. So we'll do a tender among the existing company or any company interesting to work in Dubai. Then we evaluate this financial and technical evaluation. We check, we make sure the quality of service, the quality, the know-how of the company, and we make sure this company will provide an excellent service for the customer in Dubai. And based on it, with who will score the highest number, both technical and financial, he will get the 600 or the allocated number.
And how long are the contracts that you are signing with operators?
5 years. We have 5 years, 5-year contract, 5-year contract. But when you win, if you win, it work with you for life. But every 5 years, we have a contract. Yes, written with the companies.
And then in this model, Mr. Shakiri, what is the responsibility of the operator and what is the responsibility of the authority? I mean, operator brings let's say the car, their depot, you bring maybe the technology, who selects the driver. So can you tell us how you share the role as RTA and operators?
We have a certain framework. The color is specified by RTA, by the authority. We have the taximeter, the camera and taxi. The technology is part of the authority, but the company, he will choose the type of car. He will select the driver. He will choose the best driver for and he has to pass from the authority. He will go training, and he has to pass to work, to have a license to work in Dubai. And usually we have also allowed certain KPIs to manage the quality. We have, I'll give you an example. We have one of the things we need to, 95% of the cars should be available in the street. We are one of the strategies.
You monitor this from operators?
Yes, we monitor the quality, we monitor the complaints. They don't have to exceed certain number of complaints.
Meister shopper.
And we have Meister shopper. We have the customer satisfaction, and based on it, we incentivize the company, or sometimes we give some of the penalties just to enhance the service in Dubai. At the end, we are serving. We are an international city. We're providing an excellent service. People living here, for the quality of life for the tourists and the people who's living in Dubai is very important, essential for us.
I know as RTA, I mean, you mentioned about the KPIs, but when you look at on behalf of RTA, and you might have many KPIs important to you, but if you select two most important KPIs for you that you are monitoring very frequently, what you can tell to us?
Safety and customer satisfaction.
Safety and
customer satisfaction. I think, in my opinion, the most two important KPIs for us and as an RTA. Also, the other KPIs is important, but I think safety. Safety when I'm reducing number of accident, and the customer satisfaction.
And then this is very, very essential, I guess, not only for the taxis, but also for the buses and so on. It's the most essential one.
For all mode of transportation. If you need to enhance, you need to encourage people to move from the private car to the public transportation. Today in congestion, if you need to solve the congestion, you have many different ways to solve it. And I think one of the important things is to move people from the private car to public transportation. But to ask them to move, they have to get an excellent service. Otherwise, nobody's going to move.
And in terms of, let's say, taxi-specific operational KPIs, what could be the most important, like average waiting time, or what?
For the customer satisfaction, the ETA is one of the important. Estimated arrival time is one of the important KPI for you as a taxi.
And what makes you to, let's say, to create more efficiency in this KPI about the estimated arrival time? Is it about having, let's say, one, because many cities are having multiple dispatch centers, like in Singapore, but you have one integrated one. I think that this is very helpful to reduce this estimated arrival time.
This is very helpful, and one of the things you can use the data. Today, you have a lot of data. You have a lot of Internet of Things, IoT, installed in most of in all of the taxis. And we can take this data and analyze this data and see, and you can produce a heat map, the peak time, the location. So you can utilize this data to enhance and improve the service. Today, even this data, for lost and found, even if you lost anything in Dubai, in the taxi, and you don't know which taxi you were, you don't know the number of taxi, you don't know the code, just you have to tell me, I was using this taxi from this location to this location at this time. And based on our data, we can at least we can do our best to return you. If you lost it in the taxi, you will find it.
Perfect. And then you were already, entering to the subject of my next question, and how you were seeing the role of technology on the transformation of the taxis last 30 years in Dubai. And then how you see for today's role on the technology as well?
See, technology is the most important part to enhance not even taxi, any sector today. It's a base, it's the fundamental, like what do, let's take it a foundation for any improvement. Today, if you have any problem, just think about technology. And in the taxi sector, we are using a lot of technology to reduce the complaint. You have the meter, you have different, it's integrated with the different international maps, so it's to make it easy for the driver, easy for the customer, easy for anyone to reach his destination. One of the in the technology now we're introducing the screen, which is you can You can watch Disney, different shows, and for the 10 to 15 minutes. Even the experience, it will change you with experience instead of you sitting, and even providing charging in the charging for the customer.
That's perfect. And then, if you look, for example, I mean,
1 minute, if you allow me, even sometimes small technology, the signage, even the taxi signage, if it's certain, it is vacant, or it is busy, or it's on hold, even because sometimes he has a request, but the guy in the street, he will try to stop the car. He will be upset because the guy, he didn't stop for him.
Well, he didn't stop.
Yes, but yes, he's not hired. He's on duty. He's on request. So even those small details, it enhances the customer experience.
I fully agree. And then, I mean, it's the city where the taxis are really playing an important role, also for the tourist people. I mean, you are a city that's hosting millions of tourists every year, and then I guess that it's one of the most important things that the tourists are very enjoying the taxi service here.
Yes, one of the things, you need to provide excellent service, as I told you, for the tourists and for the residents, especially for the tourists. Today we are different players, we have Uber, Yango, as people using, if came from Moscow or for a different city. We have Kareem, for the people from the Middle East, usually using this, using Kareem. So we have different application. The people, they can choose the best.
And then how, I mean, on the backside, how you are integrating these ride-hailing players to your in-house taxi system and your traditional taxi operations?
At the back-end system, as I told you, let's take the e-hailing. The e-hailing, we have call it the regulating monitoring system. It's RMS. All the company, the e-hail will be connected to this. Yes, and this is usually using the data. It's for enhance the planning.
And as RTA, you are owning this data. You are getting all this data.
Yes, no, not the personal data. Yeah. We're using the
mobility data,
the mobility data,
and so
the source and destination, and based on it, we can do better planning. We can improve the service.
You don't see this everywhere. I mean, you don't get the data everywhere in the world from the ride-hailing players. It's very good that RTA is getting.
No, we're getting all this data, and as I told you, it's by the time we're improving the ETA, by the time improving many different services also, by the time even for the lost and found, it's helped us a lot in the lost and found.
Perfect. And then, Mr. Shakiri, I mean, what are your advices to do? I mean, to do some other cities now currently considering to reform their taxi transport, especially the cities that are not having very structured taxi regime like you, with the experience of RTA of last 20 years. So what could be your advices to them?
I think the first of all, they have to see the customer needs, the customer, what they're looking for. And based on it, they developed a new framework with all stakeholders. All the stakeholders should be involved, the company, the driver. The framework should meet the expectation of all the stakeholders, the people who's investing, for the investor, for as I told you, for the customer, for the taxi driver. So you can develop a framework to satisfy all of them until certain limit for sure. And based on it, do change management process to move toward to regulate the market.
Perfect. And then when you look at the future, I mean, 10 years later, because I mean, whenever I see you, whenever I see Mr. Bahrouzian or other colleagues from RTA, you always ask me, Dr. Kaan, I mean, tell us the innovative ideas that you can implement. You are hungry for this innovation. I see this always. It's
not only all Dubai, UAE and Dubai.
It's perfect. You are hungry. It's a great thing, to see this. And how do you see the future of taxis here? I mean, what kind of innovations the people can expect in Dubai for the 10 years from now?
Yes, I think it's clearly announced by 2030, 25% of the trips in Dubai and all mode of transportation it will be driverless or self-driving. And I think recently two announcements happened from RTA to sign with self-driving company, self-driving taxi. We have we signed with Apollo and Uber and WeRide. And one of the things we need to move toward self-driving taxi to make sure to enhance efficiency, enhance safety for the long term, and provide the new service in Dubai. And we have also one of the strategy even now, moving from the street hail to e-hail. We have a clear 80% within 2 years to move from the street hail to e-hail.
You want the taxis to be booked in advance?
Booked in advance. It will be better for the driver, better for you as a customer, better even for the environment, for everyone. Yes.
Mr. Adel Shakiri, thank you so much for inviting us to Dubai, for discussing with you and then sharing your thoughts and experience of RTA about the transformation of taxi transport. Thank you.
More than welcome and pleasure meeting you.